Howdy folks, I'm Southern Wolf of Southern Wolf Studios. Welcome back to Ace Academy. Last time, we finished up the Halloween party and got a nice hug from Yuuna. This is a nice moment, happy moment. Valerie finished up our research in our overdrive mode, and Shou decided that it would be best to take all of us to the hot springs. Now, I'm sure there's no ulterior motive to that at all. So with that, let's get into Ace Academy. I find a quiet spot in the library and spend a few hours studying. Once the words start to blur on the page, I decide to take a break. I wonder if anyone else is ready to take a break too. Of course, we're going to go with Yuuna. I wonder if Yuuna's still trying out different clubs. Last couple times I went with her, it was pretty fun. Let's see what she's up to. I dial Yuuna's number. She seems out of breath when she answers.
Hello?
Hey, Yuuna. Checking out any new clubs today? She chuckles.
Nope, I've decided on what I want to do.
Oh, really? What'd you choose?
Tennis.
I guess she wanted to test out all of her options before deciding on one. I grin. Is that what you're doing now?
Actually, I decided to participate in the Tennis Open League today.
Does that mean you're going to try out for the school league next year?
Maybe. I'm not sure yet. It's still a huge time commitment, but I can always drop in on club matches. Want to come watch?
Absolutely. I recall how Yuuna schooled me in tennis the last time we played. There's no chance this will be a boring event. Sure, I'll meet you at the court.
Okay, see you soon.
We hang up the phone and I make my way to the rec center. The event has a large turnout, and while the spectator space is not as large as other venues, more than half of the seats are already filled. I scan the crowd of students lining the tennis court in search of Yuuna. She's off on her own, leaning into a runner stretch. Hey, Yuuna! Her face lights up when she sees me.
You're here. Thanks for coming.
So we're just like up in the stand, just like, hey, Yuuna! What's up over here? I wasn't gonna miss another chance to watch you wipe the floor with your opponents. She laughs.
It won't be so easy this time. I recognize some of the students from the Ace Tennis League. There's a good chance I'll have to play against them.
Well, she's been poised to be pretty good at this, so... I take another look at the students holding the tennis racket. Most of them keep to themselves. They wear solemn faces and are quietly stretching. A small group of students are gathered in a circle. This must be the league members. I don't think I know who any of them are. Yuuna pauses to point out one she recognizes.
That girl with short hair is also a second year, and a pretty strong player on the team. She's actually from my hometown. We trained together in high school.
That girl is one of the only students with a smile on her face. She rolls her waist and lets her racket hang loosely by her side.
The guy to her left is a first year. He just made it onto the team, so he's still in training.
As Yuuna gives me the stats on her opponents, her demeanor changes. Her posture relaxes and her eyes glance alertedly around the court. She'd fit right in with the rest of us in the pre-combat room if she were a pilot.
And that small guy beside them is actually their star player.
Really? Guess it means he can move around pretty quick. I glance skeptically at him. He looks like a high schooler who's still waiting to go through puberty.
Yeah, he's a third year and captain of the tennis team. In fact, she...
Yuuna points again to the first girl.
Will probably take his place as captain next year. He's also left-handed.
And that means...
I should have worked harder on my backhand.
So it sounds like only a few are a real challenge here.
That's only as far as I know. There may be some hidden diamonds nobody knows about.
That's true. You'll do great anyway. Well, even if they are, you don't have to worry about them. I've seen firsthand what you can do, and I know you'll win this thing. She blushes.
Thanks.
Spectators are being ushered to their seats, and the organizers announce the first matchup. I better go claim a good seat. Yuuna nods. The first few rounds between students I don't know. I have hardly watched the matches as they all kind of bleed together. Finally, Yuuna's first matchup. I sit in the seat and wave as she walks into the court. She smiles in acknowledgement. Her opponent is a random student I don't recognize. I settle back into my seat. This will probably be a quick match. As I predicted, Yuuna demolishes the poor guy. Soon, the second round of matches begin, and Yuuna is pitted against the first-year Team League player. He scowls at Yuuna, but she seems undisturbed. In the end, Yuuna demolishes him too. He stomps off the stage as I cheer along with the rest of the crowd for Yuuna. When she's matched with a girl from their tennis team, the two of them nod in respect to each other. Yuuna grips her racket tightly, and then a look of concern replaces the smile on her opponent's face. They're more evenly matched, I assume because they're used to each other's style and know each other's strengths and weaknesses. Although Yuuna claims to be out of practice, she still comes out victorious with a 2-point lead. Finally, the two remaining contenders are Yuuna and the third-year captain of the Ace Team League. Even from my seat, Yuuna seems to tower over him, but he seems unfazed. They ready their rackets as Yuuna gets the first serve. Just like when I played against her, her racket connects with the ball with a resounding crack. It speeds across the net in a blur, but her opponent seems to be waiting for the ball and easily returns their serve. They continue to volley the ball back and forth. I lean forward in my seat, holding my breath. He strikes towards Yuuna's left and her backhand misses. Giannis lets out a collective gasp. Their match is the most engaging as the two of them dart across the court. They are tied and the last point wins the match. Ultimately, Yuuna misses another backhand strike and her opponent is named the victor. I race back down to the court. Yuuna and the captain are speaking, and as I approach, I catch the tail end of their conversation.
Did you try out for the league this year?
Yuuna shakes her head.
No, I was focused on my studies and was worried the league might be too much of a time commitment.
No wonder I haven't seen you play before. I'll admit I was really impressed by your skills. You should try out for the league next year. I'm positive you'll make it onto the team.
This is probably the first time in this game that this is something I dislike. Now, they could have just skipped this entire thing and just had a little fade to black and then to the very end. Instead of setting up all of that, it would have just made it I don't know. I don't think any content is really missed. Yuuna smiles politely.
Thank you for the offer. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
I hope you do.
He glances my way, then politely excuses himself. Hey, Yuuna. She whirls around to face me.
Oh, hey.
You're great out there.
Thanks, but I didn't win.
It's not always about winning. No, but you and the freaking captain of the tennis league were neck and neck for the majority of the match.
I know.
I thought she would finally realize just how impressive that was and crack a smile, but she frowns instead.
If only I'd practiced my backhand. I know I could have beaten him in his smug face.
Wow. I knew Yuuna was competitive, but I had no idea she was this competitive. I'm gonna let her vent. This is a hard loss, and if I were in her shoes, I'd just be as upset. Better that she gets it out of her system now than later. Yuuna continues to mumble to herself until she naturally begins to calm down. Feel better?
A bit. Well, it looks like everyone is leaving.
Yeah, we should probably leave too.
I'm going to go to the lockers and shower. Thanks for coming out again.
That was fun. She smiles.
I'll see you later.
I say my goodbyes and we head our separate ways. A fun little thing to do with Yuuna, I guess, fill in the gaps. My phone vibrates in my pocket. When I go to answer, I see Shou is calling me. What's up, Shou?
Broseph, I'm so glad you picked up. I need your help.
I mean, I'm kind of busy. Do you really need my help, or is this just some sort of bullshit? Are you okay?
No, I'm in dire need of assistance.
I'm not buying it. What's going on?
Do you have any experience buying a gift for a lady friend?
How did I knew it? Alright. We all know your lady friend is Mayu. There's no answer, just for a second. Then Shou speaks.
It still feels kind of surreal.
Man, I'm so glad I shipped that. I'm happy for him. I get it.
So, does that mean you'll help?
Not necessarily. I can't leave my bro hanging. Shou sighs in relief.
You are the best brosif a bro could have. Come meet me at the mall.
I'll be right there. Still annoys me that he calls me brosif. Hang up the phone and head to my bike, then I drive directly to the mall. After I park, I see Shou waiting for me at the main entrance. He greets me with his usual goofy grin, but his hair is disheveled, and he has a worried look in his eyes.
Thanks for meeting me. I don't even know where to start.
Okay, so the stuffed animal is kind of like a safe bet, low reward, but the book is a higher risk, better reward. You know, let's go with the book. I think she'd like that the best. Mayu loves reading, right?
Yeah. How did you know?
Wait, are you... He's fucking shitting me, right? He better be fucking shitting me. I always see her reading when she's waiting for our team meetings to start.
Oh yeah, I guess she does do that.
We should get her a new book. Maybe there's something that just came out. That way you know she hasn't read it yet.
I think she'd like that.
Shou nods. So with his help, together we'd probably be able to get something that's a decent book.
Good thinking, Brosif. Let's go.
He leads the way to the store. What's this gift for, anyway?
It's our 1-month anniversary.
Oh, so they did make it official. Okay. I'm very much the person, and I mean, not to put down anyone that does it, but at the same time, it's so much bullshit. That's some high school level shit right there. You're celebrating every month? Jeez, that gets expensive fast.
Huh?
Well, if you have to celebrate each month of being together and buying each other a gift, that adds up pretty quickly.
We're not celebrating each month. That'd be crazy. Just the milestones, like 3 months and 6 months.
It's still pretentious. Right. Milestones. Anyways, congratulations on your 1 month.
Thanks. I'm actually kind of surprised by how it happened.
How did it happen?
It came out of the blue. Mayu and I were hanging out as usual the Monday after our match with Onobugeisha, and I could tell something was on her mind. When I asked her what was wrong, she blurted out a question about feelings. It was so unlike her that I was too shocked to speak.
That sounds exactly like Mayu.
Mayu didn't even hesitate, and she started talking about how she's liked me since we were kids, and she wanted to know if I felt the same way or if I was into someone else.
Shou laughs.
I guess she saw me walking home with Hitomi and thought we were dating. Silly, right?
Yes, silly. Yeah. Shou looks sheepish.
I started laughing as soon as she said that, and I know I embarrassed her, but I couldn't help it. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. As if I could ever like anyone else.
I blink. Really?
Well, yeah. Why do you sound so surprised?
Well, it's kind of how you also act with Kaori, and also at, like, how he acts around Valerie. Oh, it was obvious how Mayu felt about you, but you never seemed to notice. Shou's cheeks flush.
I noticed. Of course I noticed.
Dude, then what the fuck? There you go. Then why?
She's so smart and pretty and awesome. She's way out of my league.
Bullshit. She was head over heels for you, dude.
It's still hard for me to believe that. That's why this gift is so important.
Maya will love whatever you get her. The fact that you're buying her a present at all will make her happy. Shou smiles worriedly.
You think?
Of course.
Still, it has to be perfect.
High hopes lead to high disappointment. I nod. On that note, we better get back to searching.
Right.
I helped Shou pick out the perfect gift for his Ladyfriend. He ended up going with my advice and buying Mayu the newest fantasy bestseller. Mayu probably already had a pre-order for that. As we exit the store, Shou has a spring in his step, but he seems both nervous and hopeful. Hope that she ends up liking her present. We say goodbye in the parking lot. Since I didn't have class today, I got even more free time than usual. What do I feel like doing? Well, I'm not talking to Cowrie. Let's go talk to Valerie since there's not another option here. I bet Valerie would want to hang out. I decided to give her a call.
Hey there. I was just thinking about you.
Of course you were. Oh, really?
Yep. I was just thinking how fun it would be to go dancing. But I need a partner.
Dancing?
You in?
Dancing? You know what? Fuck it. I was born to dance. Definitely. I got some sick moves on the dance floor. Valerie laughs.
I'll have to see it to believe it.
Trust me, you'll be impressed. Is this gonna be on campus?
You're funny. I'll text you the address. See you soon.
She hangs up, and a few seconds later, my phone buzzes with the text. I get changed into something more comfortable, which I can still move in, then drive to the address. Oh god, this... I hate this kind of setup. I really hate bars and clubs. I don't like them. It's not my thing. As I get close, I see a line of people waiting outside as a bouncer checks everyone's ID. This is not what I expected. Valerie stands right out in front and waves me over.
Finally, you're here! I almost thought you weren't coming.
Are we at a club?
Obviously. Where do you think people go dancing?
I thought you were talking about a dance class. Valerie laughs.
Nope.
I glance at the bouncer up ahead as he turns away a couple of underage girls. How do you expect to get in?
With my ID, of course.
She has a fake ID. You shit me? She pulls out an ID which labels her as 20. Where did you get that? She smirks.
I have my ways.
You know that's illegal as all fuck, right? But it's better than my old fake. Oh, that's way better than my old fake. Valerie looks intrigued.
You had a fake too?
Sure, how else would I get into bars back in the States?
Oh yeah? Now who's the underaged one?
Says the girl holding a fake. Valerie puts a finger to my lips.
Not so loud.
Aren't we gonna get in line? Valerie grins.
Who stands in line?
She strides right up to the bouncer and flashes at him an irresistible smile. Then she slips her ID into his hands. He grins appreciatively at her and then waves her in, but stops me as I try to follow.
He's with me.
Valerie touches the bouncer's arm and gives him a sultry look.
It would make me really happy if you let him in too.
And it's especially this kind of thing that clubs do that I cannot stand. Basically, all clubs that do this should be burned down. He sighs and checks my ID, then waves me in. Valerie winks as we slip past the bouncer and into the club. I squint in the dim bar as my heart pulses in time with the bass. The place is a decent crowd for this time of night. I migrate towards the bar and order a drink and something aged appropriately for Valerie. She accepts the drink with an amusing glint in her eyes.
Come on, let's dance.
She grabs my hand and pulls me to the dance floor. Valerie swings her hips in time to the beat and bounces in rhythm to the music. She smiles at me. Just do what seems fun. Who cares if I'm good or not? I'm just gonna do what feels right. I sway my body in whichever way the music takes me. Sometimes my limbs don't respond quite the way I thought they would and my movements seem a little jerky and uncoordinated. Valerie giggles.
Are these your sick moves?
That depends. Are you impressed yet? She giggles again.
That's very original.
After dancing together for a while, I feel thirsty. I'm gonna get another drink. You want anything? Valerie shakes her head. Okay, I'll be right back.
I'll be here.
How do I know some shit's about to go down? I know some shit's about to go down. I return to the bar and order a water, then chug it in one gulp. Dancing is hard work. I feel like I'm getting a workout. As I go find Valerie, some random guy corners her.
What's a pretty thing like you doing in a place like this?
Valerie forces a smile and steps away from him.
Sorry, but I have a boyfriend.
I'm just talking to you. That's not a crime, is it? How about I buy you a drink?
What a vulture. I step away for 1 minute. I stand behind the guy, and I'm about to say something when Valerie glances at me and smirks. Then she refocuses on the guy.
Just one drink?
That's right. Just one drink.
Okay. Surprise me.
And the guy heads to the bar. Valerie darts towards me and leads me away.
Come on, before he comes back.
I laugh as Valerie leads me to the far end of the club. We sit in a couple free stools and rest.
What a creep, right?
Yeah, nice strategy telling him that you have a boyfriend. Too bad it didn't work. Valerie gives me a strange look.
What do you mean, strategy?
Well, you don't have one, do you?
Of course I do.
Say what? Now, I already know the answer that she's gonna give, but the correct thing is say what? She's joking, right? Well, that makes all kinds of jokes. But her face holds no hint of a teasing smile. Wait, seriously? How come I'm only finding out about this now?
You never asked before.
If you have a boyfriend, then why did you invite me to the club instead of him? Valerie's teasing smirk appears.
To make him jealous.
She's fucking with us. There's no way she's not fucking with us. See, I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I can't tell if she's fucking with us still. I know she's fucking with us to an extent. But I don't know. I frown. Valerie?
I'm just kidding. No need to look so serious. I did invite him, but he's out of town.
How convenient. She pouts.
Aw, that sounds like you don't believe me. I'm hurt.
She pulls out her phone and shows me a text message string.
See for yourself.
The first text is from Valerie. Since you won't be here, I'm going with me. He replied. As you too, be safe and have fun, but not too much fun. Don't worry, the real fun starts when you get... Valerie snatches the phone out of my hands.
The rest is a private conversation.
And should remain such. Okay, I'm convinced you're telling the truth. Valerie grins and stands.
Break's over, mister. Let's dance some more.
We dance until our feet grow tired and we can't dance anymore. Valerie leans into me to ease her aching feet. Valerie pauses and slips her heels off. She pulls out a pair of comfortable shoes from her bag. She seems overly prepared for this. How often does she go dancing? When we arrive at my bike, Valerie and I both climb on. After I drop Valerie off at Ace, I head home. Although tonight wasn't all that I expected, I still ended up having a good time. Fuck clubs. I have no interest.